Hey everyone, welcome back to TechHaki, where we make programming easy and fun. Today we're diving into one of the fundamental concepts of C programming, if-else statements. If you're a beginner, don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to use if-else statements to make decisions in your code. So let's get started. In programming, we often need our code to make decisions. That's when if-else statements come in. They allow a program to execute certain codes only if a specific condition is met. Think of it like this. If it is raining, you take an umbrella. And if it's not, you don't take an umbrella. The syntax for writing the if-else statements in C is if condition code, all the code you write here, otherwise else, and here you write the code. So if this condition is true, then we run this code, and if this condition is false, then we run this code. If the condition is true, we just execute this part and ignore this one. But if this condition is false, then we ignore this and run only the else part. So if you're writing a code to check if a number is even or odd, we may do it like this. If num, let's declare a variable num. So if num %2 is equal to 0. So here what is the condition? If num modulo 2 equals 0, then the number is even number. Let's do this. Printf the number is even. So here what we're checking, this number modulo 2. So the modulo operator gives us the remainder. So if num modulo 2 is equals to 0, that is, it is totally getting divided by 2, not leaving any remainder. So that means the number is an even number. And if this condition is false, that is, if num modulo 2 is not equal to 0, that means the number is not an even number. So else printf the number is odd. Since it's not even, that's why it's odd. So this is how we are going to write a code to check if a number is even or odd. Here, this is only one condition, whether a number is even or odd. Say we want to check for number int num, and if num is greater than 0, the number is positive. So we use the if-else for checking only one condition. If true, then this, otherwise else. So if we want to check for multiple conditions, we are going to use, after if, we will use else if. Else if, let's say number is less than 0, the number is negative, and then comes else, the number is 0. So this is how we use the if-else statement to check multiple conditions. Here what we have to keep in mind is the first will be if, the second is else if, and then else. The else if can come any number of times. Let's say your condition is if, else if, else if, else if, but you have to end it with an else statement. So let's try all this in code. So here let's say include stdio h in main. Let's say int num. Okay, first of all, let's check for if a number is even or odd. So if num %2 equals to 0, then our number is even. else statement, else printf number is odd. Let's say our num is 2. The number is even. See, since the number is 2, the number is even. Let's say the number is 5. The number is odd this time, since we took the number 5. So we can make this default by taking the num direct from the input. So we may do that by printf enter a number. So we use the scanf statement for taking an input from the user. So let's say scanf, and since it is an integer type value, so we are going to use %d. It's same like as we use for printing. For integer we use %d, for character we use %c. So the same way for integer we are using %d, and we are going to do ampersand num. So ampersand represents the address and num is the variable name. So what we are saying is, this value which we are going to take input, we are going to store in this address. Okay, so this same value, now what we take input from the user, this value will be stored here, and the same value will be used to check this. So now let's run. Here, enter a number, let's say 56, enter, the number is even. So let's do this again. Enter a number 21, this is odd. So this is how it works. Now for checking multiple conditions, let's say number greater than 0, the number is positive. Here we'll add one more condition, else if num is less than 0, it means the number is negative, and then else the number is 0. Save, enter a number, the number is positive, let's say minus 89, the number is negative, and 0, the number is 0. So this is all. So using the concept of if else and operators, let's make a simple calculator. Let's comment this out. So for a calculator, we'll need two numbers. Let's say num1 and num2. This is num1. Enter first number. Enter second number. And this will be num2. Now let us write the code for our simple calculator. Now let's write a condition for using our operators. Printf. So we'll provide options. 1, to add, press 1, and 2, to subtract, press 2, number 3, to divide, press 3, number 4, to multiply, press 4, and number 5, for modulo, press 5. Now if, okay, so this one also we'll have to take an input. Let's say one more op variable, and let's take an input, scanf %d and op. So here, if our operator variable equals 1, so 1 stands for addition, so it will add the numbers. So printf %d plus %d equals %d. And what will this be? Num1 plus num2 equals num1 plus num2. It will, the first %d is for num1, second %d for num2, And the third percentage t is for num1 plus num2. This will be printed. Next, else if our operator is equal to 2. 2 for 2 we have subtraction. Let's just copy this. Minus, and here let's replace it with minus. Next one we have else if operator equals 3. So for third we have divide. So let's just replace this with divide, this 2. And last we have, not last, else if operator equals 4, printf. Okay. For number 4 we have multiply. Replace it with star. Then else if operator equal 5. 5 is replace it with mod, and here this one. Lastly, let's add a default like else if the user didn't enter like any of these numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, any of this, then we'll printf invalid operator. Let's check. We haven't returned anything, so let's just return 0. Enter first number 5, second number 2. So to add, press 1. So let's add it, and we have 5 plus 2, 7. Let's do it again for, let's say, multiply. Enter first number 5, enter second number 3. For multiply we need to press 4, and we have 5 3s are 15. So this is our simple calculator that we build by ourselves using the if-else statement. And that's how if-else statements work in C. They help your program make decisions and respond to different situations dynamically. Here's a quick recap. Use if to check a condition. Use else to execute code if the condition is false. And use else if to check multiple conditions. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coding tutorials. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or need more examples. Until next time, keep coding and stay awesome.